Hi, I'm Scotty Anderson, and some of the playing that you just heard me and Arlen Roth do, hopefully I can explain some of it to you that you might like. I do a lot of the double stops and some chord melodies and some single line runs and stuff. And I guess before we get started, we're getting tuned here. I hope I'm pretty close to standard. As I mentioned, the double stop thing, like if you take a tempo like we was doing, what I do on this, it's done various different ways, is to play a note. Let's say you're playing with a straight pick or thumb pick, it really doesn't matter, but you use the fingernail right underneath and hold it as if it were a straight pick, and the pick and the fingernail hits two strings at the same time. And you just go back and forth alternate picking. See, that was done just out of an E position. Sometimes you want to change the fingering so you can hold down more than one string. What you're doing basically is just reshaping the E chord into catching it like that. Use as many flat fingers as you can on that. And that right there, where you're just coming up from the treble, you're taking this form of the E chord and changing the fingering of it. So always remember, when you're doing that style, you can naturally pick it with your other fingers. But to get the flow of that, you want to use the pick and the index finger together as one. Means when the pick hits the second string, the fingernail which is holding the pick will play the first string. Okay, and then we just keep going up the E notes there. That basically comes out of that. And we're catching that a little strange way because we're going to be bringing this finger right underneath. Ends up making an E7. Just kind of drag it up the notes to come to okay. And you can keep on going up. Make like an E7. Still out of the E chord, we're using an E and a G, bar, and come in with the E7th there. Okay, we can kind of reverse and go back down the neck. Like a D mixed with an E. I guess it would be a sixth or something. I don't really know that much about theory, but you can run a whole string of chords off of that. Move one finger and you got another chord. Okay, just keep going back down. That's I done a record called Sleight of Hand, which I kicked the song off like that. I think it's called High Heel Sneakers. Okay. Since we're dealing with E, we'll probably go ahead and do some chord voicings now. If we catch like a D and a F sharp, a B flat, play all the strings open, you've got kind of a steel guitar sounding C6 kind of a chord. And various different timings you can so that is on the right hand. Okay. And some other chords that you can work out of. This is a D and an E, A flat and B. The strings you play on this will be 1, 3, 4, 5. And you slide up. You want to hear the string travel. So you move everything up and then this one, I guess, will be up one more than it would usually be. Having any idea the name of these chords? And you got another slide there. Okay. And some other things you can do while you're dealing with the seventh sounds of E. Catch your B, D, E. Keep writing the E on up. You bring that into it like that. And you can catch your seventh like that. Kind of do it like that. Catch us. I think it's called a sixth. Okay. And some other little things by catching the chord in an unusual way. Say you've got this like E up here. Use your little finger and just hammer 2 at 10, 3 at 11. Alrighty. That's some things that you can do out of chord work out of E. Now we can get into maybe some single line playing. Basically, most of my lines are played like index, thumb, middle. Okay. Index, thumb, middle. With some occasional help from the pick, kind of a rule of thumb I went by, if there's more than 3 notes on a string, I kind of double up and use the thumb pick as a straight pick. Like for a chromatic scale or something. Start with an upstroke with a pick. Then you bring the other fingers in. Kind of mix it up. On a if I'm playing a tune, I like to kind of use the chords and single line and all kinds of phrasings in there, kind of like Chet did on some of his earlier records, where you could hear different styles coming into play there. And sometimes I might just start out with a pick, you know, say you were doing it. Pick, you know, other strings with it. So you got a perpetual motion here, and bring the other fingers in there. These two. Mix it up with some of the other things. Sometimes you just use the 2 back and forth. Kind of a pop. And open string runs are done basically like the index, thumb, middle rotation. Except for some reason you want to use the ring finger on it. When you get down to the first string, Okay, string bending basically, I don't have anything really new on that other than just, which I don't even know if it's new or not. I do some things where I hold chords and bend. Like you're holding an E7. I guess what we can do now is maybe just try to play a tune and just see how we can relate some of this stuff together. Maybe it's like we're doing like a vamp in A minor. That right there basically is just kind of the standard rock run, just and some other two-string runs we can do in minor notes. That comes out of a minor sound. Okay, the chords you build back into. I'm doing a thing here that you might be interested in. Actually, it feels like you're playing out of D, actually, over A minor. Earlier I mentioned the double stop thing. There's other notes that you can use in double stops other than the close notes like this. You could do what I'm doing here, it's basically the same theory as you're going to pick and then another finger is going to play another note at the same time. It's a D minor. You do those. You play like your first part of the A minor, add the F and a D. Come down and play part of that. So when I play, I never know what I'm gonna play. I kind of play spontaneously, hit or miss. Most of it miss. So what I can do is just go ahead and play some tunes, and maybe I'll come up with something. Okay. Doing some of that stuff there. Here's some other 2-strings things you can do here. Using that for an A minor. D minor. Back to that form again as we did up here. And use it D. Can we come up with here? We can do some things like if we're in A and we're going back from E back to A. Use the substitution of a B flat. You could use that for a major. That chord is like that. We can get into some fingerstyle type runs here.